Apple, the world's biggest company today and the most admired, the most successful, and all the platitudes that you can throw at it, they probably are still insufficient to describe what their company is. So that company is based in the Bay Area, in the Silicon Valley here. And if you go from San Francisco to San Jose, they're close to San Jose. So that's about a 50-mile drive, 70 kilometers or so. And during the daytime, it can take about an hour and a half because of traffic and whatnot. So in that 70-kilometer, 50-mile road on either side, it's a nice road. There are close to a dozen billboards of Apple, huge billboards. In India back then, we used to call them hoardings. I don't know if we still call them hoardings or not. So those big banners, not digital, they're literally old style billboards.
Out of home billboards, yeah.
Yeah. And most of them are used for iPhone advertising. And within the iPhone, they usually show shot on iPhone. So they'll show pictures that you and I might have taken, and they're showcasing shot on iPhone. So to basically show how good their camera is and how people are using their phones. So the question is, how many more iPhones? And of course, that's prime real estate, probably the most expensive billboards that you can get in the US. And there are about a dozen one way and a dozen the other way. So Apple is spending millions of dollars, and they've been doing it for the last, 10, 15 years, ever since iPhone has been there, maybe even longer. How many iPhones are being sold? More iPhones are being sold because of those billboards. Nobody knows. Nobody can know. I mean, when Tim Cook asks that question, he's not going to get if he gets an answer, he'll get a made-up answer. Nobody can tell how many more iPhones were sold because I saw the billboard. Because when you go and buy an iPhone, you never say, I'm buying it because I saw this billboard on exit 21. Why is Apple doing it? Because there's no ROI. You cannot. I know I'm spending millions, but I don't know how many more iPhones I'm selling. So why am I spending all this money? The reason I'm spending all this money, if I'm Tim Cook, is because I know that there's so much traffic on that road, and the traffic is getting worse. More and more people are spending more and more time on that road, and they are looking at these billboards because they have nothing better to do. So it's helping them in brand building. And that's where I think the ROI fails. Now, you can actually take this further. So that's billboard. There's an Apple store, right? So you can go into an Apple store, and now you have Apple stores in Delhi and Bombay. So you can walk into a store and still not buy an iPhone. You can come home and buy it online. There are other channels. There are lots of other websites. There are lots of other Facebook and Instagrams and Macworld and this and that you can read reviews. So today, it's extremely difficult to assign 100% accurate or even 80% accurate attribution as to this iPhone was sold because of this particular event or this particular incidence or channel. Usually, sales happen because of multiple of factors. I saw it on this, I heard it from this, I read the review, I saw the billboard, I saw the commercial, I was waiting at an airport and people were, I overheard a conversation. All of that adds up to you clicking the button or you walking into a store and making the purchase. So if you try to attribute it to any one of those channels, you're actually fooling yourself because you're wrongly attributing. So that's my definition of abuse of or misuse of ROI.
Yeah,
which should be avoided.
Yeah, absolutely.